The United Nations. The formation of the UN. The horror and tragedy of the First World War, 1914 to 1918, led to a universal desire for peace. This led to the formation of the League of Nations in 1920. The League of Nations failed to make peace, and the Second World War broke out in 1939. The destruction of the Second World War made people yearn for peace once again. In the midst of the war, the idea of the United Nations Organization was born. On 24th October 1945, the United Nations, UN, was established to maintain peace and security in the world. The UN today. The United Nations had 51 member nations in 1945. Today it has 192 members and is financed by the contributions of its member nations. Its headquarters is located in New York City. The 6 official languages of the UN are English, French, Spanish, Russian, Chinese and Arabic. Objectives of the UN: to maintain international peace and security, to develop friendly relations among nations on the basis of equality, to achieve international cooperation in solving economic, social, cultural and humanitarian problems, to promote human rights and fundamental freedoms for the people of the world, to act as a common platform for harmonizing the activities of various nations for the attainment of the objectives of the UN, to save future generations from destructive war. The organs of the UN. The United Nations has 6 main organs: the General Assembly, the Security Council, the Economic and Social Council, the Trusteeship Council, the International Court of Justice, the Secretariat. The General Assembly. All the members of the UN are members of the General Assembly. They meet once a year to discuss international issues and recommend peaceful settlement of disputes. The Security Council. It is the most important organ of the UN. It consists of 15 members. 5 of them are permanent members. They are USA, UK, France, People's Republic of China and Russian Federation. Its main concern is maintaining world peace and security. The Economic and Social Council. The ECOSOC has 54 members, elected by the General Assembly for a period of 3 years. Its main function is to promote economic growth and social progress. The Trusteeship Council. It was formed to look after the territories that were under foreign rule and to help them attain self-government. As most of the countries are independent now, the Council now meets only when it is required to do so. The International Court of Justice. It consists of 15 judges from different countries. It settles disputes between countries in accordance with international laws and gives legal advice to the other organs of the UN. It is located at The Hague in Netherlands, Holland. The Secretariat. This is the chief administrative organ of the UN. It has a large staff of 16,000 workers from over 170 countries. This staff carries out the day-to-day activities of the organization. India and the UN. India was one of the original signatories of the UN Charter. Members of the UN, like the People's Republic of China, were helped by India to get membership to the UN. India participated in the UN peacekeeping operations in Palestine, Cyprus, Congo, Bosnia, Somalia and Cambodia. India has also sent medical missions wherever needed. The freedom movements of various countries have been supported by India. Many Indians have served in the UN at important posts. Specialized agencies of the UN. The UN solves economic, social, cultural, and humanitarian problems through a number of specialized agencies. These agencies work under the supervision of the UN Economic and Social Council, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. The UNESCO encourages the spread of universal education. It emphasizes that education is a human right. Its headquarters is in Paris. The United Nations Children Fund, UNICEF. The UNICEF focuses on improving the quality of life of children by creating an awareness about children's health and education. Its headquarters is in New York. The International Labour Organization, or ILO. The ILO seeks to ensure social and economic justice to workers all over the world. Its headquarters is in Geneva in Switzerland. Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO. The FAO aims to raise the standard of living of the people. This is done by raising the levels of nutrition and eliminate hunger through its program Food for All. Its headquarters is in Rome. The World Health Organization, WHO. The WHO is the largest specialized agency of the UN. It believes that good health is a fundamental human right. It combats diseases like AIDS and encourages medical research. Its headquarters is in Geneva. The United Nations Development Programme, UNDP. The United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, is the largest agency in the world for promoting technical and investment cooperation among nations. It coordinates development activities in almost every economic and social sector, including farming, mining, fisheries, forestry, environmental protection, social welfare, and community development. The achievements of the UN. The UN has been successful in the establishment of peace and security in the world. The UN has taken effective action to restore peace after the Korean War, the Suez Canal crisis, and the Gulf War. Many countries have achieved their independence with the help of the UN, for example, Indonesia, Algeria, and Morocco. It had been instrumental in the elimination of apartheid in South Africa. The UN has worked to protect and preserve human rights around the world. It has worked actively to end the nuclear arms race and encourage the use of nuclear energy for peaceful purposes. Great success has been achieved in the fields of labor, health, child welfare, and education through the specialized agencies of the UN.